Spiritual thoughts can change your life. They can handle many of your problems. They can help you see through what's going on in your life with a clarity that no external voice can provide. In a world drowning in noise, chaos, and constant pressure, spirituality becomes your inner compass. It doesn't promise to erase the storm, but it gives you the strength to stand in the center of it without losing yourself. We live most of our lives on the surface, rushing, reacting, chasing goals, avoiding pain. But deep beneath all of that, there's a voice. It's not loud. It doesn't beg for attention. But when life hits you hard enough and the usual ways stop working, that voice rises. That voice is your soul. And when you connect to it, you discover something shocking. Your greatest power has always lived within you. You don't need to belong to a religion to feel this. You don't have to follow a specific path. Spirituality isn't about systems. It's about connection. It's about perspective. It's about waking up one day and realizing that the things you thought were breaking you were actually trying to shape you. When you become spiritually aware, you stop asking life to be easier. You start asking yourself to be wiser. You begin to understand that your struggles aren't random. They're sacred. They're sent to crack you open so the light can finally come in. You learn that peace doesn't come from outside validation, but from inner alignment. And that no matter what you believe in, God, the universe, your higher self, there's a power watching over you, waiting on you to tune in. Spirituality doesn't mean being perfect. It means being present. It means looking your pain in the face and saying, "You don't define me." It means seeing through the illusion of control and learning to trust the unseen, the unspoken, the inner knowing that tells you, you're not alone, you're never alone. You've tried fixing everything with your mind. Maybe now it's time to heal something deeper with your spirit. Because when your spirit rises, your problems don't disappear, but they lose their power over you. They no longer own your peace. Number 1, spiritual thinking helps you zoom out. When you look at life only through the lens of problems, you shrink. Your world gets tight, your breath shortens, everything feels urgent, everything feels personal, and everything feels like it's attacking you. But spirituality, it invites you to zoom out. It reminds you that what you're facing is just a moment in time, not the whole story. It says, step back. Because when you step back, you can finally see the pattern, the lesson, the growth. One bad day doesn't define your life. One chapter doesn't ruin the book. You're in the middle of something, not the end. Think of your life like a painting. If you stand too close, all you'll see is the brush strokes, the flaws, the chaos. But take a step back, and suddenly, you see the masterpiece. That's what spiritual thinking does. It lifts you, expands your view. Suddenly, what looked like failure is revealed as redirection. What felt like punishment becomes preparation. You realize you're not being buried, you're being planted. A spiritually grounded mind doesn't collapse under pressure. It breathes, steps back, and says, "This too shall pass." It understands that the sky is still there, even when it's covered by clouds. And the deeper your connection to that truth, the less power your problems have over you. Number 2, no matter your belief, there's power in the pause. You don't need to follow a religion to experience the divine. Maybe you whisper prayers at night. Maybe you close your eyes and meditate. Maybe you walk under the stars and speak to something bigger than yourself. That's not weakness, that's strength. That's spiritual maturity, and inside that space, between action and reaction, lives your power. Spirituality teaches you to pause, to step away from the noise and reconnect with your truth. That moment of stillness is not wasted time. It's sacred. It's where you realign with who you are and what really matters. Because most people, they react instantly, emotionally, without thought. They let pain control their voice, their decisions, their destiny. But a spiritual person learns to wait, to breathe, to feel the emotion, and then respond with wisdom, not impulse. The pause isn't empty, it's full of clarity, full of answers, full of healing. It's the moment you say, "Let me hear my soul before I listen to my fear." And that one pause, it can save relationships, it can prevent regret, it can change your life. In a world that celebrates noise, stillness becomes your rebellion. In a world that demands action, peace becomes your power. No matter your belief, the pause gives you back your life. One breath at a time. Number 3, every belief system points to inner power. Whether you're Christian, Muslim, Hindu, Buddhist, Jewish, agnostic, or simply searching, strip away the rituals, the traditions, the names, and you'll find the same golden thread running through them all, the belief that you are not alone, and you are more powerful than you think. Every system says in its own way that there's a light inside you, that you're connected to something infinite, that your soul was built to endure, that in your darkest hour you're never truly abandoned, that pain is a teacher, that chaos has meaning, that peace is possible, even when circumstances scream otherwise. Spirituality doesn't discriminate. It doesn't care what book you read or what name you use to describe the divine. What it cares about is this: are you aligned with your truth? Are you connected to your spirit? Because when you step out of your ego, your fear, your control freak mindset, and you align with your higher self, everything shifts. You don't stop working, planning, dreaming, but you stop panicking. You stop drowning in what-ifs. You trust. And trust is not passive. It's not weakness. Trust is an act of spiritual strength. It's looking at the unknown and saying, "I don't need all the answers. I just need to remember who I am." And who you are is connected to something eternal, something untouchable, something no storm can shake. Number 4, spirituality doesn't always solve problems. It changes you. Let's be real. Spirituality isn't a magic wand. It won't snap its fingers and erase your debt. It won't stop heartbreak or undo every mistake. But here's the truth. Spirituality changes you. And when you change, the way you deal with your problems changes too. You stop needing to escape discomfort. You stop begging for quick fixes. You stop crumbling under every disappointment, because now you're rooted. Now you've built something inside that the outside world can't break. You realize that the pain might still be there, but your peace doesn't have to leave with it. Spiritual awareness teaches you how to carry your load with strength instead of suffering. You stop asking, "Why me?" and start asking, "What can I become because of this?" That's not weakness. That's mastery. And no, it doesn't mean you're always calm. It means that even when you're not, you know how to return to calm. It doesn't mean you won't cry. It means you don't let the tears drown you. It means that when life tries to pull you under, you remember. You've got roots that run deeper than this storm. You become fireproof, not because life stops throwing flames, but because your inner fire burns brighter than the ones around you. You stop surviving and start evolving. Number 5, how to cultivate spiritual awareness daily. You don't need a mountaintop or a monk's robe to live spiritually. You just need a commitment to slow down, to listen, to reconnect. Start small. Start with silence. Every day, give yourself 5 minutes with no phone, no noise, no expectations. Just sit, breathe, be. That silence isn't empty. It's full of answers waiting to rise. Then, reflect. Don't just exist on autopilot. Ask yourself powerful questions like, what am I really feeling right now? Is this reaction from my fear or my higher self? What is this moment here to teach me? Not punish me for, but teach me. These questions shift your consciousness from chaos to clarity. Next, write it out. Don't underestimate the power of journaling. It's not just about venting, it's soul excavation. When you write, You pull your deepest truths from beneath the noise of daily life and lay them bare. And in that honesty, you find healing. Feed your spirit. Read something that lifts your inner world, spiritual texts, meaningful quotes, or writings that remind you of your resilience. Let your spirit grow just like you feed your body. And above all, practice gratitude. Not the fake kind, the real kind, the kind that finds light in a dark room. When you can say, even though life is heavy, I'm thankful I'm still breathing, you create spiritual momentum. Gratitude won't erase your problems, but it will give you the strength to rise above them. Spirituality is not a one-time ritual. It's a daily decision, a lifestyle, a lens. Choose it, and you'll see everything differently. Number 6, from surviving to transcending. Most people live in survival mode. They're bracing for the next hit, reacting, scrambling, hoping for the weekend, for relief, for something to numb the sting of reality. But spirituality offers a different path, a radical one. It doesn't say, just hold on. It says, rise above. When life knocks you down, surviving means crawling until it passes. But transcending means standing taller in the middle of it. It means saying, this pain will not define me, this season will not break me, it will shape me. That's the difference between suffering and growing. Spiritual awareness lets you transform struggle into strength. It allows you to go from asking, how do I get out of this? To, what wisdom can I carry from this? You begin to see that every storm has sacred lessons in it. That pain isn't punishment, it's a doorway to growth. But only if you walk through it with open eyes and a grounded soul. You don't just survive the heartbreak, you learn how to love better. You don't just survive the loss, you learn how to appreciate life more deeply. You don't just survive the fear, you learn how to lead with courage. Transcending doesn't mean you're above pain. It means you no longer drown in it. You float, you swim, you fly. Because your spirit isn't tied to circumstance, it's anchored in truth. And that truth says, you were made for more than just surviving, you were made to evolve. So you don't need a perfect belief, you need an honest one. You need to stop outsourcing your peace and start building it from within. The problems won't stop coming, but neither will your strength if you stay connected to your soul. This isn't about religion, it's about awakening. It's about remembering who you are beyond the labels, beyond the noise, beyond the pain. So the next time life tests you, and it will, don't just react, reflect. Don't just break, breathe. Don't just collapse, connect. Because inside you is a quiet, powerful voice that already knows the way. Listen to it, honor it, follow it. And when you do, no problem will ever own you again.